Budget Secretary Butch Abad maintains that there is no pork barrel for lawmakers in the proposed national appropriations for 2016. Abad stressed this as the lower house resumed its close scrutiny of the Malacanang proposed outlay amounting to 3.002 trillion pesos. Again, here's Freddie Abando.
It appears that 4.8 billion pesos reported as congressional insertions in the 2015 national budget of 2.606 trillion pesos is a dud. Kabataan Party List Congressman Terry Ridon claimed the document from the DBM pointed where the pork is hiding. He was referring to the summary of appropriations for later release or negative list. The paper identifies how every item in the budget are considered without a special release allotment order. Those under the negative list will require a SARO. House Appropriations Committee Chairman Isidro Ungab disputed Ridon's claims as having no basis, since all those listed as insertions and initiatives by Congress were actually amendments initiated by the Senate and the House in the bicameral conference committee. In fact, Ungab said ACT Party List Congressman Tino proposed an amendment for 2 items for education to include the purchase of chalks. Ungab said the 495.7 billion pesos under the negative list to include the 4.8 billion will be released and accounted for.
What was reported or what was presented during the budget hearing, allegedly the congressional insertions in 2015, if you scrutinize, look at the figures and the records, these are the formal amendments made by both houses and the lower house. So it's not actually an insertion, it's an amendment approved by the House, approved by the Senate, approved by the bicameral conference committee, and ratified by both houses. So it is not an insertion.
In the meantime, Budget Secretary Butch Abad reiterated there is no pork for lawmakers in the proposed 2016 national budget of 3.002 trillion pesos. Ungab made it clear that lawmakers have the right to propose projects and programs before the approval of the budget.
Ano ba yung special purpose fund? And talaga bang walang pork sa 2016 budget?
And of course, I think the best respondents to that question is the legislature, because you're the one being accused of setting aside appropriate pork, because as far as we are concerned, when we submitted the NEP, there is no pork in the NEP. Now, there are only 3 lump sums in the budget. Now, we call them special purpose funds because they have literally a special purpose. Those 3 lump sums are the Calamity Fund, which we now call the N-Dream Fund. The second is the ALGO, the ALGO? Allocations for local government units. You know, local government units have shares in the national wealth.
Yes, the Supreme Court ruling is very clear. What was declared unconstitutional was the PDAF. If we remember, the ruling stated that any post-enactment intervention by the lawmaker, which is not part of its oversight functions, it's considered illegal or unconstitutional. In other words, if Congress, within the time period of budget deliberations, budget authorization, then it still is within what is allowed, because it is the power of Congress to scrutinize and make amendments of the budget presented by the Executive Department.
In today's budget hearings, the Ungab Committee reviewed the performance of the Philippine Charity Statistics Office and the Philippine Gaming Corporation, or PAGCOR. These 2 agencies are sources of the non-tax revenues of government. PCSO's revenues from 2010 to June 2015 reached 167.429 billion pesos. Of net receipts show 55% goes to the prize fund, 30% to charity, and 15% for its operating fund. Its charity fund has been a big help to those in need of medical assistance. It also provides endowment funds to hospitals, provides ambulances and mobile clinics to LGUs, and mandatory contributions to government agencies provided by law.
It is our 80th year this year, so we are in existence for 80 years already. And our mandate, which includes our vision mission, is primarily to raise funds for health and medical related assistance and charities which are national in character.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.